quick, guys, before we get into today's video, we have been getting tons of messages and questions about the Wrenchworks sun hats that I do not have on my head, but we have had them at certain events. We finally just put a limited supply online, so if you guys have been waiting to hear about the straw sun hats, grab them now before they are gone. We just put them online. Go grab them now before they are gone, and let's get into today's video inside the shop because it is hot outside here today. What are you doing? You fixing your teeth over there? What is going on today, guys? Welcome back. We are back in the shop getting some work done. As you can see, we've got Big Bertha, we got the dually in here, and we've got the 05 up on the lift because today is kind of a miscellaneous, random, kind of all over the place day, but we are focusing a lot on maintenance today, especially on the 05. We were earlier this week supposed to go to another test and tune. The local track actually ended up canceling that. Go figure, same thing as last year, but we have another test and tune hopefully next Tuesday, which we are gonna be chasing that 590 pass. So there are some things that we wanted to check out to make sure that we're up to snuff and really just checked over before we go ahead and do that. So this morning we went and grabbed some more 20 gauge steel for the Pro Street truck, which we ran out of, just so we can keep up on material supplies. I have been working on the oil change on the dually while Michael's been getting into what we're gonna go into after this, but obviously AMSOIL, fresh AMSOIL in the dually because we're gonna be driving this thing to the semi-casual truck show this weekend. So make sure, again, you guys come out this weekend, this Saturday, Crossville, Tennessee. We'll be out there all set up with the Peterbilt. So anyway, besides that, we're gonna jump right into what Michael's working on now, which you guys know that I always try to give you guys helpful tips and tricks. And I think this is I told him, I was like, hey, this is good, stop here. This is a big tip and trick if you guys have a 48 transmission. It's probably, Michael, would you say that this is maybe one of the most vital things that you need to know how to do maintenance-wise on your 48? Yeah. Between that, just fluid in general, yes. Fluid in general. So what we're gonna be showing you guys right now, which we're gonna be diving into, is how to adjust your second gear band and your low reverse band. So these two adjustments are, you know, I wouldn't call them super hard, but you know, they are very important, especially the second gear band, low reverse band. If you guys are getting some power through your transmission, you're gonna wanna be able to check this out. So
if you can adjust the valves on the engine, you can do this. So that's a pretty fair
assumption. So we've got the pan down. We're gonna actually change the fluid out because this Muldoon's transmission has been kicking butt, taking names. We have done absolutely zero maintenance on this transmission since, I don't even know, since we put the paddle shifters in it, but we are gonna change the fluid, change the filter, and check out these adjustments. And I was like, you know what? Let's show you guys this so that way it can help you out and hopefully save you guys from second gear band slipping or anything like that.
Yeah, the main one is the second gear, but we'll do the low reverse band first. Like if the transmission has been like built properly, usually you don't have a lot of adjustment that you need to do on this, like when you service it. But all I do is I pull this down with a pry bar and just put like light pressure. And we're just looking for this piece right here, this piston, I guess, to be straight up and down. That's the easiest way to adjust it, or to check for adjustment. And then,
now is there like a certain amount of slack pull down spacing that you want to see?
Well, so right now you can see that, maybe come over here. Yeah, so see the angle of of this piece, how it's kind of this way. Like I'll over exaggerate it, but it's like this.
Yep.
And then we pry it down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So when it's bottomed out, you want it to be straight up and down?
Yep, so what we're doing is we're applying the band. So when the band is applied, we want it to be straight up and down.
Gotcha. So when you pull that down, you want it to be straight up and down. And if it was out of adjustment, it would be not completely straight up and down.
Yeah, usually it takes more, so they go like way past. So it'll actually go from this to this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So we don't really need to touch that one?
No, that one, I think that one looks okay. I wouldn't do anything with that one, but the one that almost always needs attention is the second gear band, and that is this lever. So the reason you can do this without the pan on, but what we do is we always check the pan.
Here, I can do, oh, sorry.
The only way to check to see if there's any clutch material is to actually see inside the pan, and that's what we're doing here. And then while we're here is an easy way to do the second gear band, but
that thing looks pretty minty in there.
yeah, it looks really good.
I mean, I think everybody knows on this channel, we have pulled down a pan and seen our fair share of clutch material, which that looks great.
So, like, some builders have different specifications here.
And I was gonna say that too. I was like, if you guys have a transmission built by someone, get with them, see exactly what they want you to do. Don't exactly take, I mean, Michael has built his fair share of 48s, but obviously we're not stepping on anybody's toes. Just refer back to them, but just make sure you're on top of the second gear band. No one will dispute that.
Yep. So what I do is I want a 1/4 inch. So this is a 1/4 inch Allen that I just cut, because obviously this is a 1/4 inch here.
This is your precision tooling.
Yes. And then I pull this lever down with your finger, and you can pull it down with a pry bar too. And then you want this to be just like your engine, like your valves, like adjusting your valves. But this, we can tell we have some room there, so we need to make it a little tighter.
I think a lot of guys will say, hey, back it off, go till it's tight, and then back off. You know, some people say 1, some people say 1 3/4, 2, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's your no pan drop check.
72 inch-pounds. And then back it off anywhere, depending on who built it, like 1.5 to 2.5.
And where is that adjustment? It's on the other side of the transmission? Yep. So you're on the driver's side here.
Yep. So we have a 3/4 inch. See it up there?
Oh, I got the money shot right here, baby.
So we have a 3/4 inch nut here. And then I'll hold down this lever too so we don't turn the adjusting screw.
Which one you holding down?
I pull down.
Pull down that on that?
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's usually the easy, that holds it. And then that nut will come loose.
So you basically got a jam nut and then you've got a star nut in there, which is actually what's spinning it, right?
Yeah, that's a T40 for your common rail guys at least. And then take your T40 in there.
Spin it until you kind of get the slack taken up.
Yep. That one spins pretty easy. Depending on how long they've been in there, rusty or crusty, or what kind of sealant everybody has or uses, they can be hard to turn. And then see how it's
just barely sneaking it in there.
Yep. See that?
Yep.
So from everything that I've found is that's roughly 72 inch-pounds and 2.5 out.
2.5 out.
Roughly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then to keep that adjusting bolt from turning, I definitely pull down on this lever. And then you can tighten the nut.
Kind of by hand.
Yeah. Tighten it by hand and then cinch down on it a little bit. And then that'll keep it from
So for never adjusting my second gear band and the amount of abuse that we put through it in the last 15 passes, that's not bad. You know what I mean? With the fluid that we're seeing here, I mean,
Wonderful.
she is cherries and berries, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes me super happy. And like I said, we're going to change the filter out. So those two adjustments, change the filter out, change fluid out, just to kind of stay on top of it. We're going to be going back in with some AMSOIL trans fluid. On top of all of the transmission little stuff that we are doing there, we're actually going to be ditching our factory transmission cross member finally for our man Adam from A2 Race Development. He built us up one of his lightweight transmission cross members. We've got that in our outdoor paint booth drying up. We actually have to switch to this part number of a support, which you guys probably cannot see. Oh, there it is. There's the part number. 0305 guys got to switch to this to run his cross member. We'll drop some weight doing that. We've got some fresh AMSOIL engine oil. Got some AMSOIL transmission fluid that's going to be going back in it. Show you guys the transmission cross member if you guys have not seen Adam. Adam is the same guy who does the kind of fan pulley delete stuff as well. So again, I'll put his information up, but great guy, quality stuff. Here is the paint booth, just spray painting that, covering up his beautiful welds. So we'll put that in as well while we're underneath there. You want to hold it to take your guess?
No.
I'm going to say 15 pounds. What's your guess?
I was gonna guess 100.
100 pounds? You think I can flop around 100 pounds that easy? Ready?
Yep.
Wow. 21 pounds. I'm saying the other one. What's it weight? 2, 3? Before we do this, who's going to be in charge of math? Don't say me. 21.2 minus 6.6. 6.7?
It's 20 pounds. Well, a little less than 20 pounds.
21 minus 6.
Oh, 21?
It's 21.2 minus 6.7 slash 6.8.
15. 14.
That's pretty close. I was pretty close. I don't even think you did a guess.
Mm-mm. Well, and you got a couple bolts.
And we got 2 bolts. And we got 2 bolts. Oh yeah. 1.2 pounds in bolts that you don't have to use.
Wow.
15 pounds. How much faster is that gonna make us?
Not enough.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna hit 590. As soon as we hit 590, it's gonna be like, oh well, we lost the weight of the transmission cross member.
Adam's sales will go up if that's the case.
You want to hit 590, you gotta have one of these. Greg must have tightened those. As the truck falls off the lift because I can't loosen the bolts. piece.
I like it. I like how easy it was to install.
Yeah.
Just slid right in. Yeah.
All right, guys, just wrapped up with the transmission crossmember. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Like, installation, very, very easy. You never know. Sometimes aftermarket can get a little but 2 thumbs up from Michelle and I on the install on the A2 Race Development transmission crossmember. Went together super easy, no fighting, no modification required. Barely, didn't even scratch the paint going in. So, like I said, 0305 guys, you're going to need a different part number. As you can see, ours over there is just a little bit of a different design. So, very easy swap, all 48s, same 4-bolt pattern. Literally bolt this on, slide his transmission crossmember in there. It utilizes the outside hole, so I have seen guys kind of trim this completely off, which we might do in the future, but no issue running it just as is. Save some weight, look good, a lot easier to pull in and out, I'm assuming, than the factory one. The factory one, you kind of have to use a pry bar a lot of times, but looks really good. Save some weight, functions really nicely. So just another good piece from Adam. And we are pretty much wrapped up on the maintenance side of things. We've got transmission fixes done, oil change done. This, I did actually, a couple people actually said what transmission fluid we use. This is the ATF from AMSOIL that we use. And because, you know, all of the HP performance, we are using the competition diesel oil on the back here, basically engineered for professionals and enthusiasts who want to step up in diesel protection, fortified to withstand higher cylinder pressures and protect against wear, delivers the confidence to complete protection needed to win. Jacked with more zinc and phosphorus for bulletproof wear protection. Do you feel like you're in a commercial yet? Yeah. Fights oil breakdown under extreme temperatures and pressures to protect cylinders, bearings, and cranks. Get you some of that, brother.
That's serious.
I feel like if all else fails, I have a good commercial voice, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
AMSOIL Competition 2050, get yours today. What, sorry, what?
AMSOIL, get some, that's it.
AMSOIL, get some. So, fresh oil, we are, I feel it in my bones. I feel the 590 in my bones. Just, it's coming. It's coming like you can see it coming, a storm coming across the field. It's gonna happen.
Everybody put your hands together.
And say, na, 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 na. What?
Pray for Greg's engine.
You know, we are gonna be pushing things to the max, you know, and we do have plans for this engine after its life here. So we are trying to make sure that everything stays happy. Trying to push it just far enough to get the results that we want and then call it. So we're gonna make it happen though. Turbo looks happy, everything looks happy. Transmission pan looked excellent. I mean, everything's looking good. The stars are aligning for the pass. Now, if I can drive, that's I love how you start laughing. As soon as I bring up my driving, you're just like, well, I mean, if you get off the line and like do what you're supposed to do, I mean, then we have a fighting chance. But guys, I'm pumped. Whew. So it was 6350. Now it's oh, here we go with math again. 6335. We're gonna scale it again. We're gonna scale it again to make sure that the scales at Indianapolis, Lucas Oil, we're on point. We're gonna do it on the ones at Beach Bend whenever we go back, but we're gonna verify the weight, knock down that pass, and
maybe we can take an average, worst case scenario.
would you say you could take a nap?
Yeah.
Oh, take an average. Got it. Okay, cool. Maintenance. Some good tape right there.
Amazon tape.
Huh?
Amazon tape.
Amazon tape. Joe, your gift. Greg and Silent Mike from Anthony Lunser. I think I already know what this is. This feels a lot like a full rack of monsters in here. Silent Mike.
It's a wonderful.
Got that Silent Mike pipeline punch. Woo! Alrighty, my friends, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. Huge thank you to Anthony for the monsters. That is what truly keeps us going around here. But spent the rest of the evening, last evening, obviously it's the next morning because we were just hustling. We were trying to get a lot of stuff done. Did not close the video out, but we did in fact get the dually washed up and got the Peterbilt washed up. Both of them are looking super fresh. We're actually getting ready to roll out this morning to the semi-casual show. So anyway, hopefully you guys, we will see you guys there. But wanted to really just hit on some tips and tricks. Like sometimes I'm always back and forth between just skipping through some of the maintenance side of things. And then I get hung up because I'm like, well, I want to help you guys with those tips and tricks. I mean, obviously, that's what is important to me, trying to help you guys. So hopefully you guys found some of those things useful, especially on the transmission side of things. But we are pretty much ready to race this thing. The next test and tune, we've got all of our little odds and ends buttoned up. We're gonna be working on this baby, and we've got all of the oils changed in pretty much everything. So super awesome, productive day of all things miscellaneous. So anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. Leave some comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. See ya. Bye.